Good morning. Good morning. Who's awake out there this morning, this Friday morning at 7 a.m.? Exactly 7 a.m. All right. Let's see somebody back there. There's two of us, and I'm the only one online. So somebody's lurking back there. So, what'd y'all do over the weekend? Everybody out flying or not out flying? Glad for the weekend to come. Give me some time to get out and do some flying there. I see two people there. Hey, Johnny. Yeah. Yeah, weather's been beautiful here. Yesterday was like amazing. So nice outside. Just as cool and calm. And man, that moon was just huge. Just huge. So, yeah, we had a busy week here. Y'all know I'm on vacation down here in Nashville with my brother. Been kind of working in the shop a little bit, helping him doing stuff. And man, we've just been covered up with work down here. It's always so busy. But it's interesting what people bring in. Had a guy that brought in a lawnmower battery yesterday and had looked like 20 batteries in one packet were all taped together. And he had tried to solder them, and he had made the biggest mess. He had yanked the batteries off, and the leads were missing and everything off the pack where there was nothing to solder to the battery. So luckily we had some extra parts around here where I was able to cut them up and solder them on and wrap it all back up for him and get him going for his lawnmower. So good luck to him on that, because he had really boogered it up, taking it out. Just boogered it up. All right. Well, guys, y'all know I've been down here for a little while in Nashville, and like I said, I've been helping my brother, and we got a couple of drones in here that we did some repairs on. Morning, Steve. And we had two. We had a Phantom in here, and we had an Air 2. Phantom had a broken gimbal, and the Air 2 had a broken arm. And we go through a lot of tools here in the computer shop, because a lot of times the metal's not hard enough, or it's just not real strong. And a lot of times when you buy stuff today, they'll send the tools with it, the little tools, and they're never quite strong enough to do what you want to do. And I think I'd showed last week. This company has sent me this tool pack, and it's a soft pack, and I like it better than a hard pack. It's really warm there for some reason. I like it better than a hard pack because you can just wrap it up. It's got Velcro on it here where it opens up and just has everything in it. But I like it because it has all the bits in it that you can imagine. I mean, it's got all kinds of bits. So it's got a little... You can see all the pieces that come with it. And what I like about it, though, is just not like 3 sets of Phillips and 3 sets of, regular screwdrivers in there. It's got so many different. It's got torque bits, and it's got what's a security torque bit. So it's a torque bit with a hole in it, and then of course it's got the driver here, a flexible extension, a cleaning brush. It's got 2 sets of tweezers in there, some prying, and these little things that look like guitar picks. We use those like when we're taking the screens off the iPhones and stuff like that, or monitors, and we're trying to get the bezels off. We actually use them for that. But it comes with this part of the kit here. But probably one of my favorite things to use is it comes with this little flexible like knife. And there's really no sharpness to it. It's just really thin. But it flexes, so you can get it in between that stuff without actually damaging it or anything like that. And I really liked that they had put that in there. But it actually comes with a separate pack. So this actually comes in the pack, and then they have a little tape measure that they put in there. And then, of course, if you're working on a computer, especially you're working on motherboards or something like that, they put in a wrist strap. So this wrist strap basically goes around your wrist while you're working on the device. And then this you actually clamp to what you're working on. That way you've got it grounded out. So you don't pop anything because of static. And I had no idea when I first saw this really what it was until I actually saw it. But what this is for is you can actually take a screwdriver or a screw and you put on the inside and rub in there, or I just lay it in there and it magnetizes the tips. Because sometimes it's hard to get to the little screws. You can start to pick them up and they fall off. So you can put it in here for a little while. And then if you have one, some stuff that we work on here requires that it can't be magnetic because the magnet messes up what we're working on. So what you can do is you can flip it over and you can lay it in the top part of this right here. And it'll demagnetize it. So thought it was really cool way that it was set up. So anyway, they had sent this over and I had tried it out, and they even make other specific kits. Like here's a kit just for working on MacBooks. It's got the tools to open the case, everything you need to get into the screen and everything in one little case. So I like it that they have some specific stuff. So we're in the process now of trying to put together what we need for just a straight drone repair kit, because a lot of this stuff will fit the drone itself that's in here. But in some of the drones where you have to reach down, maybe around a gimbal or something to loosen the screws up, once you put that in there, it's just the tips aren't long enough. So we're going to put some longer drivers that are in there with a longer bit so you can get down those holes. Because a lot of times the holes are so small on some of the DJI stuff that you go to put the screwdriver in there, and once it passes the tip and the driver is bigger around, it won't go any lower. So we're going to get some other tips together and put with it. So as soon as we get that done, they're going to send it over to their engineering department, and they're going to make what we need for the actual kit. And then we'll display the kit and show you what the kit is. I'll put a link. See what we got here. I'll put a link in the chat for, and I'll actually put this. So after the show, I'll add it to the bottom of the About More. And with this link, you can, it's promo code. So if you'll go to that link and then just put in Travel Tech, and just put that in, it'll drop the price down from what it already is. Save you a little bit of money on the actual toolkit itself. But it's really, really nice kit. It's already inexpensive. It's not very expensive. And it's funny because, I guess if I was a professional mechanic, I'd buy Snap-on, maybe. But for the kind of work I do, even if I worked on a car, I'd probably buy some tools from Sears, because for what I do, and I'm not using them like every single day, every 5 minutes super hard, they'd hold up for me. And these tools are the same way. They had great reviews. I didn't have anybody that had any complaints on anything when I started looking through the other people that bought the products. And so you're going to see me doing a lot of promo on this product. So it's KAISI is the name of the company that actually makes it. And I had actually done a review like over 2 years ago where I replaced a gimbal on the Air 2 after an Air 2 crashed. And when I did that, I had a similar toolkit, same color, same package. They buy the packages, I'm sure, pre-made, and then they put their own kit in them. So I had one that I was using, and I'd always, for 2.5 years, I've gotten sales every month of people buying those packs because they worked really good. And I used it during the video. But yesterday, I've actually went back to the video and edited it and put a link for this, because this is a better product. It has more stuff in it, because the old kit just had screwdrivers. So when you needed to pop the top off of the drone or something like that, you had to just hope that when you stuck that flathead screwdriver in there, it didn't damage the plastic. So with the extra tools that come in this kit, it just makes it a better kit, especially having these in the actual kit itself. So we may get a couple. I put the promo code in there. Like I said, I'll put it below later for anybody that wants to get one. And uh, I don't make any money off of it. It's a code they sent me to be able to save you. If you were to buy the kit, and it's just kind of saying thank you because it's a really good kit, and I mean we really use it. It's not like we use one and tell everybody how great it is. We've in the last 2 weeks we've probably fixed 20 computers with it, and I know we put on at least 5 or 6 or 7 new glass on some iPads and some iPhones, and the tools, they didn't wear at all. And usually when you start doing the screws in the back of the laptops and all, usually you'll grind off the screwdrivers pretty quick as you start using them. These have held up really well. They're really, really strong. So, and the pack's lightweight. So it's for the whole pack, it's under 1.5 pounds for the whole pack. So it's got everything in there, but I like it because it's soft, so I can destroy it. I hate those hard boxes they put tools in because you drop them, they crack. You close them and they vibrate when you move them. Stuff falls all around every time you open it up. This one doesn't do that. This one holds together. So be on the lookout for me doing some more promos on that, because I will actually have some put some stuff out on Instagram also. So we're gonna do this on Fridays. We're switching to Sunday. We're probably going to start doing Sunday mornings starting next week, because I know a lot of you guys can't be on Friday morning, which right now is my free time that I have. That's why I picked this time to do it. But we'll switch over to Monday morning to say, I'm not sure, between 6:30 and 7:15 or 7:30, somewhere in through there. So we'll start doing them on Sunday mornings. So Steve knows what's going on with you, buddy. How are things in your end of the world over there on the other side of the pond? I hope StreamYard is working good. I got like 4 or 5 people in the back, but I don't see them in the chat. So I guess we'll see them on Sundays instead of on Friday mornings. Now there we go. We got more people here. Hey, morning, Jason. Yeah. Yeah, Steve, we'll probably definitely move to Sundays. I did it Fridays right now because it was really the only available time that I had to actually do them. And usually on all the shows, we get more views after the show itself. And sometimes you have so many people that come in on Sundays that it's just too much. I enjoy not having a bunch of people here and have them come in, because kind of gives me a little time to talk to just a few of you and then show you some of the new stuff that's out. Now, Steve, I think you said you had the Mini 3 Pro. So this is the Mini 3 Pro here. Is this the prop guard that you were talking about? This prop guard is from Start RC. And if this is the same one, yeah, hey, hey, Jason, it's calm. Fridays are always quiet. Always quiet. So if this is the strap, okay, that's the one. Okay, I'll see what I can do about getting you one delivered, and we'll talk later, and I'll get your address on where you're at, and then talk to the rep and see if I can get them to send you one from over there. I find that anything that we get from the Amazon reps, the Amazon rep will usually cover all the different countries, the English speaking countries. So I'll talk to them and see if I can just get them to send you one through Amazon, and that way it'll just end up at your house. Yeah, it's tight. I like the way this one works. The thing is, they have a lot of different companies have a plastic one, that goes over here. But what I find is it kind of warps the props, especially in the back part if they're too hard. So I like this one, and this one is actually has a magnet in it. So when you touch it, the magnet picks up, and then you just close it. So it's being held on by the magnet that's on the inside. It's got these round magnets built into it, but it works really well on this little drone. And I also have them for the new Air 3. And actually I have another one coming. It's a different style. I'm going to stick with these. I like them because they're lighter weight, they're easier. And when you open them up and throw them back in your bag while you're flying, they're not like sticking all up. So when you close your case down, so I'll see if I can get you one of these sent over, Steve. What else we got? I tell you, I was talking to Jason last night. We were talking about the Sun Shield morning night train. I've never used the Sun Shields before, never. And I'll tell you, and it's not as much for the Sun Shield as I like the protection that it does. But actually, after I took it out, these things are all kind of flimsy when you buy them. This is like a clamshell. So if you look, and to answer everybody's questions, everybody always says, what are those two holes for in the bottom of the smart controller? Well, we don't know exactly, but they fit here. So this clam actually fits over it like this. And then the screws go in it. And then it's got a couple different angles, shall I say, that bring it up. But man, I'm telling you, it's really nice. This thing's like $17. I mean, it's cheap. But I love the way that it works when you fly with it. So this morning, I'm just showing y'all what I've gotten in that I've been using that has worked really well. But I like the way the Sun Shield is. And when you're done, you just close it and you put it in your hard case. And that's it. That's it. Oh. Night Train, you got tons of drones. You missed the first part of the show. You got to get you one of these toolkits like this. Dude, it's got mega stuff in it, and it's not a bunch of Phillips head. So all the stuff for the drones, the FPVs and stuff that you fly, it'll have it in this kit. And what I like about it, I was telling anybody earlier, sometimes we got to pry crap loose. And what do we always depend on? Flathead, hope it doesn't. So they put a bunch of these in there, and they're flexible. They're really, really cool. So I've been using this thing over at my brother's computer shop to work on laptops. And then we had two drones. We had a Phantom that came in and an Air 2 that came in that we did some work on. And having that, man, it was like really cool because it had every size you need. A lot of times in computers, and as well as me, Night Train, you start working on them, you take a screw out and to take the back cover off, and they've got 3 different heads in it because they lost the original screws. So I'll put a link in that. Yeah. This one actually comes with this one, and then it comes with a smaller bag, and it's pretty cool because they put the wrist strap in there, that you can ground stuff to. But have you seen this before, Night Train? I didn't exactly know what it was until I read it, and it said magnetize and demagnetize. So you actually put what you want to magnetize in the middle. And then it'll magnetize it. And then if you have something that you don't want to be magnetized or you want to take it back off, you just put it on the top one here. And it takes it off. So I thought that was a pretty cool kit to actually have that thrown in the kit with it. It was pretty cool. So for all, every time you buy something, you get these screwdrivers that look like these when you buy kits. They're never magnetized or the cheapest ones that are there. So this actually comes in the toolkit. So you just put any of your screwdrivers in here to do the magnetizing. But I thought it was pretty cool. They put some thought into some of the tool stuff. So they make some electric screwdrivers, which are really neat. And I was telling Steve and Jason that are in the chat with you that a lot of times when you're working on some of these drones, you know how the hole's real deep, and you put your bit on the driver and you try, and once it hits the driver part, it won't pass the hole. So the bit is the right size, but where it fits on the driver part is too big and it won't go down the hole, it won't do it. So they're going to do some extensions on the bits where when you put it in the driver, or we're going to have a kit with an electric one. So we'll have a standard one, and then we'll have like an advanced drone kit, which will have an electric screwdriver built into it, which are really nice. The precision electric screwdrivers, and I'm excited for them to get that done. But it's going to take them probably 3 or 4 months because they said they have to send it to engineering to have the stuff made, and then they'll put it up on their website to sell. And then I'll send you guys some promo links for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Store your drivers with used motors. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But I thought it was pretty cool that they actually added. They put a little bit of thought that was in there, because a lot of these companies, they'll put the tool in there and they'll tell you, "Oh, you can fix everything with it, everything." Good morning, AZ Drone Dude. Sorry, guys, I got my glasses off. When I put them on, I get so much light coming from above me. Looks like the angels are talking to me. I can see it now. Hey, AZ Drone Dude. So anyway, so I'm gonna send out to Steve. I'm gonna get you one of those straps that you need for your Mini 3, and I've got some other stuff coming in. Anybody in here have the Air 3? Now I know, yeah, Jason, I know you have it. You already have a case though, so I've got some other stuff coming in for the Air 3, and when that comes in on one of the mornings, I'll give some of those out so you guys can have some extra stuff. When I was here just before, I just got, yeah, yeah. Oh, you didn't get the Air 3? I just got the Mavic 3 Pro. Ah, okay, okay. I thought you had the Air 3. Well, you're gonna like a case that I got coming, but I'm not giving it away. So I've got Start RC actually has a rolling case, so it's like luggage that you use at the airport, and I actually have it coming for the Mavic 3 Pro, but I'm probably gonna put the Air 3 in it. And if I've got enough room to redo the foam, because if you guys ever seen, like, have you ever bought one of the cases from Harbor Freight, and you get it the way that the foam is on the inside? It's like, how do I say it? It's like freaking, if you were to take a ham and cut it straight and sideways, the little bitty cubes, they do it with these little bitty cubes. And when you're trying to pull out the exact amount of cubes to get something to position right in there, they just never hold together because they're not tight enough. So what these companies do is they'll actually cut the foam first and put down in there, and then afterwards they'll get a piece of that foam material. I know Michaels and these other stores have it, and they'll glue that to the top of it and then cut the top of it out, so that way you're not seeing the marks actually in the foam. But one thing I like about the way that they do the Start RC, I'm going to take my controller out of my case and I'm going to show you my hard case I've got. So this is for the Mini 3 Pro, but see how it's got this red top on it? You can buy this at Michael's. So even if you were to get a case somewhere else, say you get one at Harbor Freight, you can actually get it in here and mark it and cut it with a razor, and it gives it a better finish. And what I like about it is when you're pushing stuff down in it, the foam's not moving. The Harbor Freight bags, I never liked them. And this is one of Starter RC's, but see, they've cut it out here and you can just pull it out. And what I like about it, and most of the cases do this for y'all that may not know it. So I pulled one piece out, but it's a lot deeper. So I could actually reach in if I wanted to, and I can pull another piece out. So you can kind of do it as deep as you need. So I'm putting a video out on this one here, and I took a Harbor Freight one to compare it, and I locked it, and I took it down to the Drakes Creek Lake we have down here, and I drowned it, and it filled with water. So this one here, we put in the water, it didn't leak at all. It was like freaking tight. Now keep in mind, there's a screw on the front of here that you have to tighten all the way up to lock it so the air can't get in. So when you tighten it up and put it in there with these starter RC cases, you don't get any water in them at all. So they had sent me this case, the strap, and then they sent me a lanyard. And when they sent the lanyard for the Mini 3 Pro, of course, they sent the hardware that you need to go on the remote itself here. So, I mean, and it's quality stuff. It's nice, heavy aluminum that they put in here. And then when they made the lanyard, it's a double-sided fabric, which, of course, I'm sure it's some kind of fake leather that's on here. But I really like the way that they put the ends on it. So Start RC has all this, and I'm gonna put it in the link also under the about more of the video, so you guys can come back after our live stream, and I'll post that stuff on there. And I got somebody texting here. I always got to check, make sure it's not the wife. Being out of the country, sometimes she'll call me with a issue. Okay, cool. So anyway, so those are some of the stuff that I've been working with, and I've had a really good time with it. Okay, Jason got a Pelican or a Nudek case for it, yeah. Where do you get the foam? Well, now I'll tell you, the foam and everything came in these particular cases, but when I lived in Virginia, I had this old lady that redid couches behind me, and she'd take me into the city to this big foam place, and you go in and they sell foam, whatever size you need, or whatever hardness you need, or anything else. I just don't like the Harbor Freight. I mean, if Steve, they've got these cases on Amazon where you live, so you can buy them directly off Amazon. So when you get ready to get a case, just text me and let me know, and I'll get you a promo code for a case for your Mini 3 or whatever you have. This Mini 3 case actually I gave to my brother because he got a Mini 3 too, and I'm going to take mine back with me without a case, and then they'll send me a case once I get over to Thailand. Yeah, AZ Drone Dudes. Yep. Go Professional Case, and they're a good company. I'll say that. Professional, they're a good company. Yeah, the AV foam blocks are never thick enough. I just don't like the way that they cube some of those foams that are on there. I just do not like it at all. And since I've been doing a lot of little videos on a lot of this stuff, when I went to Minefield, and I don't know who in here was in Minefield 2 years ago when I went, because I didn't go to the last two. So I guess it would have been 3, the first one or second one that they ever did. I won this little GoPro-like camera. And of course, I put it on this little mount that I have where I can adjust it. But what I like about this little camera that's pretty cool, and it actually does good. It's not GoPro quality, super great. But I'll tell you what I like about it. When I'm doing a video on something and it's in front of me and I can't see the back of the screen, it came with a watch. So this watch turns, I can take a picture with it. I can turn the video off and on with the watch and everything. So I can be talking and just have my hands down and hit the watch, and it'll shoot images, or I can switch it over to video, and it makes it really convenient to use it. So that's one of the nice features that I like about it. And I'm trying to see, the company is SJ Cam that actually makes this little camera. So I don't have any codes or anything. They're you can just buy them off Amazon. They're not expensive, but it comes with a watch, and the watch is pretty cool. It doesn't do anything though. There's no dial. It's not for reading. It's just a strap that goes on there. It lets you turn the power off or the power on the device. Or let me rephrase that. Turn it off. I don't think it'll actually turn it on. and then it'll shoot video and it'll shoot camera both. And it's got a little Wi-Fi button in there that you pair it with when it comes through. Jason, you bought the Kaizen foam from FastCap? Yeah, I've never bought any foam. I've always bought the case, and the foam has already been in it. But I've noticed that the nicer, like Professional Case, Starter RC, Sunny, most all those companies, it'll have the foam, and then in the top part, it'll actually have like a plate, a solid color foam. It's one big piece. It's just cut out, and it kind of keeps the top of the foam stiff. That way, as you actually, push down on it, it keeps everything tight and all on there. So, Steve, I'll get you sent out one of these prop straps, and that'll be one of the giveaways there. AZ Drone Dude, what are you flying these days? Yeah, I'll tell you, AZ Drone Dude, when I bought my first Mavic 3 and I ended up selling it, and then I turned around and bought another one afterwards. And I ended up selling that because I wanted the Mavic 3 Pro. So keep your eyes open, because it seems like every time a new drone comes out, the prices drop. And the reason I sold my Mavic 3 the first time was when the Classic came out, I was worried I was going to get stuck with the original and no one would buy it because there was such a price decrease on that drone. Yeah. Yeah, Air 3, Mini 3, yep. How many of you guys in the chat own any drones other than DJI? Any of you guys got any Altels? Sometimes I run into geofencing in Thailand, and they're really tight about that stuff. So I'm considering doing, I had the Light Plus, had the Nano. What else did I have? Those are the two that I had. But I'm going to try to get a couple different brands, something I can fly that's not going to geofence me in. Yep. Yep, I understand. It's hot. When we started, when me and Al started World Drone Community Show on Monday nights, we ended up switching to every other week because Al had stopped running his show and gave me that time zone for me and him to do World Drone Community. And when we started doing that, the whole idea was to do it during the summertime, because people aren't in the house like they are in the wintertime. And in the wintertime, switch back to World Drone Community every day. So I've been out for a while with some little minor health stuff, and I've had some time that I've been out. So we've not run World Drone Community Show. So we're going to start that back on Monday night. I've just not been up to it, feeling good, having to go to the doctor and different stuff. And it just, the schedule was just messed up for me. So Al's just been doing his show every other week. But we're going to go back. So we're going to do World Drone Community Monday night at 7 after Captain Ray's show. And then me and Al will talk and determine whether or not we're going to put his back on Thursday night and then run it every week. But as it starts getting colder outside, which it's just starting to maybe turn now, we're going to be doing that every week. Or we'll switch to a different night where we can do World Drone Community every week, because we had a big crowd in that group and we just had a good time in there. So I had started this just off on Fridays, like I said, guys, because it was a good time for me to be able to get on here and kind of see what was going on with everybody. So, Jason, I don't know who does any drone mapping in here. Now, I know Dre, Recovery One Drones. You can look up Recovery One Drones. Dre's the guy to ask if you're going to do any mapping or something like that, because he's got all that stuff. Did you get your V-copter from Johnny? Because Ken Heron was the first person I saw that had the V-copter, and then Johnny got one or two. I don't know how he got them. I know we sold them or sold one of them. Did you buy one of his V-copters? I heard people say the Anafi's got a cool camera on it. I've never seen one. Okay. So Jason, do you watch? I mean, do you watch? You know, when I found you were in Virginia, and then I was in Virginia. Do you watch any of the other shows? I mean, we're kind of hooked in with some other groups. You watch the Fly for Fun show, or Adventures with Captain Ray, or the Duranify show. Do you know any of those shows? Because man, if you're not, you're missing out so many people. And if you're flying that stuff there and you got a channel, we definitely want to know what your channel is or help you get your channel built up. But I'm going to be back in Virginia in like 2 weeks, dude. When I come back, we're going to fly. I'll take you out and introduce you to Mr. Al Duran. He's big on FPV. 2 years after I ordered it. Okay. Bought it from 00 when they started. And I got it 2 years after I ordered it. Yeah. Yeah. I remember some people talking about that. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can show us some places to fly. I mean, I'm sure you fly in Colonial Heights, but where is there any special spot that you normally go when in Virginia that you fly? Like one spot that you're used to going to? Because me and Al, we fly over the James down in Richmond, right in the city, and because man, they got like there's Hollywood Cemetery there, which is a cemetery that's got like a bunch of famous people buried in it, and it's right on the river. So we drive up in there and fly straight from there and fly over the river because they got like paddle boarders, people out there everywhere. At the ocean front. Yeah, man, I used to have so many. Some of the videos I put on there, I took down. I mean, I was learning, but yeah, I've done a lot of flying in Virginia Beach in those areas. Have you flown down in Virginia Beach any, Jason? You paid $395 for your V copter? Well, I'm going to ask you guys that are in the chat because maybe you guys just work for yourself and have more time to get on. But if you have a choice between me having my show on Friday mornings or on Sunday morning sometime, what works better for you guys? Because I like to do a morning show just for the fact to kind of talk to you guys and see what y'all are up to, see what y'all are buying or what you're selling. Jason, you ever get any uh, when you're flying on the ocean front? You ever get anything pop up on your controller to give you access to fly? Yes or no? Because I used to when I don't know, almost 3 years ago when I would fly out there. When you register your drone, definitely register it with your cell number. And then when I was flying my Air 2, it would tell me you can't fly. You got to ask for permission. You'd hit a request permission button. It'd go to air traffic control, and then they would bounce back to your cell phone because this was not the smart controller. It'd bounce it back to your software in your computer, and you'd put that number in. And it always sucked because I couldn't remember the number. And when I'd close it to type it in and forget a number, I couldn't open it back up. And then they started doing it automatically, where it would just open up the software. So for you out there that are flying that may be new, which most of you, I know most of you aren't, always make sure when you register your drone, you use the cell phone that's connected in with your controller if it's set up to where you can receive it in. Oh wow, that is cool. Yeah, I've never had air traffic call me. Never. Okay, yeah. So you got the drone 2 years early. That's why you paid so little. I was going to say, hell, at that price, tell me where to get one because I would definitely pay that much to get the V copter. Johnny loved his. He liked the way his flew. Okay, guys, I see two of you back there lurking in the back. Jump in the chat. Wow, and took you down to 150. Wow, well, you've got more experience than a lot of us flying out there. Although there's nobody in here, I think Matt and John fly out there too. I know Al does. Al didn't fly out there that much. So I love flying out there though. I get on the pier. You know where that Ferris wheel is? The pier in front of the Ferris wheel. That's the first place that I ever flew. I'm trying to make a list of some of the stuff that we want to try to do giveaways on. Oh, and we got some new shirts. Check out Starter RC. I got this shirt from them. They sent me. They make good products, guys. It's not a promo show. I was just excited to get some of the stuff and actually use it and see that it worked. So I've had a lucky couple of weeks because the stuff that I've gotten in, it's all worked really well. Yeah. AZ drone, dude, it's amazing that they could fly with two props and fly like it does. It's wild. Just wild. How long is the battery life on that drone? I've I'm gonna start doing some posts, guys, and they're gonna be like survey type things, asking like what stuff that y'all need for your drones. So when y'all see me post that on Facebook, respond like indie filters. Let us know what you're looking for, and that way these manufacturers can actually be sending us stuff that when we give away, people want it. So Steve, you had already asked for what you wanted, so I'm gonna that's gonna be the giveaway. About 40 minutes on a good day. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll update on my Facebook on what day we're going to change it to, Friday to Sunday or whatever. I'm thinking probably Sunday, somewhere in, like I said, somewhere in between like 6:30, 6:45, between like 7:15, 7:30, something like that. I'm probably doing it on Sunday, but we'll wait and see what the schedule holds. I'll be heading up to Virginia soon and try to make it to where all you guys can actually get in here, and because I'm curious to see. I was gone so long. I want to know where everybody's flying today. Okay. Well, look, guys, I'm gonna cut this one a little bit short this morning. I've got somewhere I've got to run, and but I wanted to get on here and uh, I'm gonna let me put in here. Hold on. I put my email in the chat where everybody can read it. Everybody that's on here, send me your name and mailing address and where you're at, so I have it. And then I've got some goodies here and there that I'll drop in. I don't care if you live in a different country or not, because anything that I'm going to give away, Amazon has. I'll have them deliver it for you. But just go to that email and put it in there. We didn't have very many people in here to give away any cases or anything like that. Not to say we won't give them, but just drop me your name and where you live. And also put in there what drones you're flying. Like if you've got drones that you're still buying accessories for, let me know what those drones are and what you're interested in. And your older stuff that you got that you don't really care about the accessories for, just leave those off. And then I'll reply back to you because I'll be heading back to Thailand soon. So what I've got here, I want to go ahead and push out. And I've got a couple of weeks. So if you guys are wanting certain stuff and I've got it here, I will go ahead and just do it as giveaways and just send it to you guys. That way we don't got to do a spinning wheel on here when we got, what, 4 people, maybe 5 people in the chat. So grab my email address there, and it is 7:45. Well, I've been in Thailand, Jason. I've been there for a couple of years. I got stuck away from there during COVID when I was in here. Thought I was going to be here a month, and I was here 20 months. It's pretty rough. Your wife's over there, and you're over here. So I've been here. I got here in June. So I've saved June, July, and August, and we're into September now. So I definitely need to go home. But I've got to go up and see my mom in Virginia and my kids and the rest of my family before I head back. And then I'll be back in Thailand. And I usually don't come back, but maybe once every year and a half or 2 years. So other than that, guys, I'm going to run. Hey, thank you for the guys that did stop by. And like I said, send me your email address. We're going to send you some stuff. And thanks for being here. Keep an eye on my Facebook, and I will notify you guys on what we're going to do day-wise for the morning show here. And like I said, we'll probably move to Sunday morning. And it's probably going to be on top of someone else's channel or in with that. But hey, dude, that's part of life. Got to do what we can do, and we'll see you guys later.